And one mom knows many moms, right? So they hang out together. So they use this thing that they influence each other in our email marketing.
Hey there, and welcome to a brand new episode of Delivering Marketing Joy. I am your host, Kirby Hassman, and joining me today is a brand new rock star. I'm super excited to dive in today. He's an expert in retention marketing. I can't wait to talk about this topic. He's from Budai Media. He's Daniel Budai. Thank you for joining me, Daniel.
Hey Kirby, thank you for the invite, and thanks everyone who is joining us today.
Yeah. So, I find that most marketers, most salespeople, most entrepreneurs really are so focused on getting new business that we often overlook the opportunity to keep our current customers. So you talk about retention marketing. So can you explain your strategy for keeping customers with you?
Yeah, that's a great question. And so I've been in this since 2018, and I started as a copywriter, and then I became an agency owner, transitioned into email marketing. And in general, I like strategic thinking. So that's how I ended up at retention marketing, which is more like a higher level, business level thing, I would say. And I can see so many businesses being great at acquisition, acquiring new customers, and they grow fast initially, but they have problems to retain those customers and see them back again and again. And that's a big problem when you want to have a more mature business. You want to exit with your business, or you want to make it sustainable. So that's where businesses, they reach out to us and we can help them. We use certain marketing channels for this, such as email marketing, SMS marketing, different loyalty programs. But I would say it's also a mindset thing, or they need to change how they think about their business. I can see many entrepreneurs, they think like a fast growth startup, but once they could scale up, they have these issues. Actually, just yesterday I talked to someone who scaled to $50 million a couple of years ago, and then he exited. And I asked him what's the main thing to build an 8-figure e-commerce business, and he said 5 things. And 4 of them, they were not a surprise for me, like high average order value, good lifetime value. But the first thing that he said was reviews. And that was fascinating for me because it's a qualitative metric. So you really want people to be happy and tell this to other people, word of mouth, and reviews, having good reviews and many good reviews. And on a fundamental level, I think that's what businesses, they have to aim for, having really quality reviews, happy customers, and word of mouth, because ads work and email marketing works. But I think if you think on the 5, 10, 15 year long term, then word of mouth is still huge, if not the biggest,
Yeah.
in marketing.
Yeah. If you can leverage those happy customers to tell other
Yeah.
customers, yeah, it just makes a ton of sense. It's really good. Okay, so in doing my little research around you, I came across a case study where you helped a footwear brand increase their sales by 28%. And I didn't get the impression it was a new footwear brand. So 28% is a big number. So can you talk about how that worked and what lessons we might learn from that?
Yeah. So great question. So this brand, they sell footwear, medical footwear, or health. So it's not like fashion footwear or sports, but rather it helps moms, especially older women and moms who have problems with their feet. So it's an orthopedic shoes, I think we can call it like that. And they struggled with retention, and I can understand that, because you buy this pair of shoes and it's a long lasting product, it's a good quality product, and it's not fashion, you don't buy it every year. But actually, we touched their email marketing, and they struggle to keep seeing, returning customers. And we use Klaviyo as our software. That's almost always our go-to software for email marketing. And First, we set up email automations. So first, the really basic ones like abandon cart. So we retarget those visitors who don't buy, they just abandon the checkout, abandon the cart. And then we install the different sign up forms on the website, on their blog, different exit pop-ups as well, time triggered pop-ups. So we made sure that their email list grows much faster. And we also set up other flows. For example, new customers, we started nurturing them, educating them. We told people to refer this brand to their friends. And one mom knows many moms, right? So they hang out together. So we use this thing that they influence each other in our email marketing. That was the first step. And then we launched email campaigns. And as a brand grows, email campaigns at the beginning they are not as important as automations, but as the list grows, they become crucial and even more important than your automation. So we grew this email list fast, and then we launched 6, 8, 10 email campaigns a month, and then later on even more as the email list grew. That's how we kept people engaged. And I would highlight also that half of these emails are not promo and sales at all. It's just nurturing and content, educating people. And it can generate even more sales than promotions, surprisingly. So that's just one extra note.
Yeah, I love that lesson, Daniel, because it's one of the things that I talk about a lot is I think when people think email marketing, they're like, hey, I've got this special buy now, but it's a great opportunity to utilize some of the best organic content and just like providing value. And then when you do that over time, it increases your credibility for when you go for the ask, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Is that your experience too?
Yeah, exactly. And one thing that comes to mind, so always sell to warm leads. And what this means, so we usually categorize email campaigns into two different categories. One is nurturing and content, building trust, sharing fresh customer reviews as well, while the other part or category is sales and promo, when you ask, as you said. And we always make sure that, so for unengaged subscribers, we send these nurturing and trust builder and content type of emails. And we usually send it to unengaged and to the whole list, basically. While the sales and promo emails, we send those only to those who opened the nurturing emails. Those people who don't open the content emails, we don't send them sales campaigns because it's very unlikely that they don't read your content and they will buy. We do it like once a month, but not more. So that's just the best practice and it works really well for us.
I like that. You got me thinking there. That's a good one, Daniel. Okay, so what are some mistakes you see organizations make when they're trying to market themselves and tell their story?
Yeah, actually, it's related. So I think asking for the sale too early, and I can see it works for many brands, you know. So, and I can say examples like they use fake scarcity. I really hate that. When I see it on the website, I ask the owner like, is it a real scarcity? And when they say no, okay, so why do you use it? I know it works in the short run, but in the long run, it can really it can kill your brand. It can devalue your brand. So you don't want to use it. And if you use it, just be very, very savvy about that because again, it can kill your brand and devalue it. So all of these fast conversion oriented tactics, or when they say in a pop-up that you can win something if you subscribe, and then the subscription rate is super high, it breaks the records, and they are really proud of it. And when I suggest new things to implement, which will, result in a lower conversion rate, then they ignore my idea because this is a lower conversion rate. I understand, but in the long run, it gives you more value as a brand. So I think that's a trap. And many times in the short run, these tactics, they give you better numbers, but you really have to think that on the other end of the screen there are real people and they are smart. I think Ogilvy said this, that treat your customers like your wife and they are really smart. So you want to build trust, and you want to manage them as or handle them as smart people.
Yeah, I like that a lot, Daniel. It reminds me of the book, Simon Sinek's book, Infinite Game. It's like, I
Hmm.
think so many of us are trying to play a short-term game, right?
Yeah.
And we can maybe get some short-term numbers that way, but it doesn't build a real relationship. And so I think that's great advice. All right, final question for you. What is a piece of advice you hear all the time that you think is actually wrong?
Yeah, I saw this question when you sent it to me and it made me think. So it's not easy. So I can speak only from my personal experience, and this was a big one for me. So I'm a big fan of focusing on one thing. However, when you focus on the wrong thing, it will not help you. So, and I will tell you why it's a big one for me. So I stuck to email marketing for a long time. Actually, last year we launched new services, conversion rate optimization, just recently Google Ads, and we are planning to add more. And I think, and of course, at the beginning, it will not be your main service or, nothing big, but it's an additional thing. And also this can discourage you, right? That maybe it's not a good decision, and so on. But the thing is, yeah, so I focus too long on email marketing only, I think. And sometimes you have to play around. It's still my first business, so I learned a lot of things. If I had the same knowledge when I started out, it would be very different, I'm sure. But again, so focus is important, but I think you also have to leave space to experiment, play around, A/B test different things, different offers, and that will help you in the long run. So find a good balance between the two. Focusing on one thing doesn't mean that you never try out new things. So
That's
yeah.
really that's really good. I like that, Daniel. All right, cool. Where can people find a little bit more information about you guys?
Yeah, so go to our website. It's thebudaimedia.com. So Budai is my name, Budai. And just find my name on YouTube and social media, Daniel Budai. I'm pretty active on social, especially on YouTube. I upload educational videos every week. So check out, or just drop me a DM, and let's talk.
I really appreciate you taking some time today. This was really interesting. We'll do it again sometime, okay?
Thank you, Kirby. I really loved this interview. And yeah, thanks again for the invite.
You bet. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. We'll see you next time.